Radio Derby.
Right, he's back. He's our autograph hunter extraordinaire. Andy Broughton has collected more than 10,000 signatures. Yesterday was Peter Cushing, Andy. Good morning.
Morning, Andy.
Yeah, who we're talking about today? It's the Iron Lady, isn't it?
It is, yes, Margaret Thatcher.
Right.
Because I had an autograph anyway, I've got all the Prime Ministers going back to Churchill, but I also collect the spouses to Prime Ministers. So I wrote to Dennis Thatcher in 1980 and I said, could I have a signed photograph? And he sent me a lovely picture of him and Margaret Thatcher on the steps of Chequers. And he'd signed it for me, dedicated it to me. He said, this comes to you with both her best wishes and I hope it has a good place in your collection. But it hadn't been signed by her. So I sent it off to Downing Street to get it signed. And it came back with a letter saying the Prime Minister signed it, but it didn't look like her normal conventional signature. It just the flow of the T, the capital T in Thatcher just wasn't right. So I wrote back to them again and I said, look, it doesn't look right to me, can I get it done again sort of thing. And it really didn't look right. She'd struggled with this fountain pen on an awkward surface. And so they wrote back to me and I got quite a stern letter back and it said, the political private secretary said, look, you've received it, the secretary's dealt with this properly, perfect propriety, you've got the Prime Minister's autograph, there's no more we can do for you sort of thing. But I still wasn't happy, so what I went
Oh, Andy, you didn't.
I had to get it right, so I got in touch with the secretary at the House of Commons as an MP rather than the Prime Minister, and I explained to her what was happening. She said, well, she's never signed a photo twice before. And I said, well, if you see the signature, I'll just say, when I'm gone in years to come, people will say, is this signed by Margaret Thatcher? I wanted it done properly. She said, well, send it back to me, I'll see what I can do. And lo and behold, it was done. It was signed for me. So they said to me at the time, you have got the only photograph probably in the world that's ever been signed by the Prime Minister twice. For good reason, possibly, but to compare the two signatures together, they just look, they do look different. So
Do they?
a really unique piece.
Is that what you worry about? You were worrying about the fact that people would think that somebody else had signed it and it wasn't her signature?
Yeah, well, that was it. And then I got this letter from number 10 saying we can confirm the Prime Minister did sign that photo. I mean, that's kind of provenance in itself, but I'm meticulous. I have to get things right. I just can't leave it like that, I wanted to really push it to get the signature, which I knew to be correct, done again.
Here's one I bet you've not got. A friend of mine has got this,
Yeah.
and she has got Muhammad Ali poster signed by Muhammad Ali, but he's also signed it Cassius Clay.
Oh, yeah, I've got one of those. He signed
Oh,
saying it's a
flipping
postcard.
heck, Andy.
Yeah.
I thought I'd done you then.
No, I've got that one. It's Muhammad Ali and Cassius Clay. He did it occasionally, but they are very rare.
Would that be worth a lot of money then, do you think?
Yeah, definitely. Probably 150, 200 pounds, something like that.
Really? See, I was thinking £200,000.
yeah. But with Thatcher, it was a good thing. I mean, I stayed in touch with her all the way through, and when she became ill, I wrote to her showing concern, and she wrote back to me and said, I'm going to quote Mark Twain to you and say, reports of my death have been greatly exaggerated. I'm fine and I'm continuing. And, that just showed the steadfastness of her, didn't it?
Do you know what amazes me about you, Andy, is that the relationship that you managed to get with some of the people that you got their autographs. It wasn't just a case of a signature.
No, it was a personal connection with a lot of them. We got, they knew me, because I was writing quite a lot, and they were opening up on things perhaps things that weren't in the normal public domain. I got to know quite a lot of things from some very famous people. I was very lucky. I've been very lucky, and I still am at the moment.
You certainly are. Andy, you going to come on tomorrow?
Yes, I am. There's a world-famous person for one reason, that she was born in 1912 and she was a passenger on the Titanic, and I met her twice, and it's a good story to tell you about.
Andy, me and you need to get in a boozer when we can. We could pass about 3 weeks away.
We'll make it a date, Twiggy.
Andy, thank you very much. He's there, our autograph hunter. What a story about Thatcher. And persistence as well.
From the BBC